So I made a video a couple weeks ago about oligarchy. You've heard of democracy, you've heard of a monarchy, a tyranny. And in oligarchy, the idea is that a small number of rich people rule over everybody else. And the criteria for why they rule, why they have the authority to rule over everybody is just that they're wealthier than everyone else. And it was while I was already editing that video that the story about Bezos preventing the Washington Post from publishing its endorsement of Kamala Harris, that story came out. And of course, since then, Elon has succeeded in helping Donald Trump get elected. And immediately after Trump was elected, both Mark Zuckerberg and Bezos were practically tripping over themselves to celebrate and congratulate Donald Trump on his victory, applauding how decisive it was and so on. So all of this is just to say that we are living in an especially oligarchical, there's a $10 word, a very oligarchical moment. We are living in an oligarchical moment where the rich, the super wealthy, are very publicly and very openly invested and motivated to participate in governing us. Now, the potential problem here is that someone who has billions of dollars just does not have the same set of concerns or problems that you do. They do not worry about the same things you worry about. They do not have the same priorities or goals that you do. I think it is simply the case that it is impossible that your interests align with the interests of the billionaire class. I talk about this more in the long form video. I'll put a link in the description, but I think we ought to think about if billionaires are really interested in getting a certain person elected, if they're interested in a certain piece of legislation or a policy, or they want to deregulate some industry, we might want to give that some thought. Is it the case that they're doing that because it's good for everybody or because it's good for them? And I think in your heart of hearts, you know the answer to that question.